was literally the best Boone I've ever had and the worst Boone I've ever had. I got home at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning when we finally left the track. Got home at 6. I slept for 3 hours and I went to work.
Oh, Jesus.
I woke up at 9:30, did my work. I got on the road about 10:30. I worked till 2 and I went, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm
That
going
would
back
have
home.
killed me. I don't know how you do it.
I went back home. I went to bed. So yeah, that was Boone. It was literally the best Boone I've ever had and the worst Boone I've ever had. It really tests us to be over there, but we know we had speed and everything. But to make both A qualifiers, to win a heat race, to win the race champions, there's only 12 guys that make the race of champions, and the field up there was stout. It was cool to see on Facebook when they post all the drivers up there because we draw for our spots in that. It was awesome to see everybody up there, and I'm like, fastest guys in the country right there, and I was one of them.
That's crazy. That's still cool. That's really awesome.
It was just a mission accomplished thing. Granted, I didn't make the big show. It's my kryptonite over there. I just have no luck.
You're one spot away, right?
Yeah, one spot away. I made it in 21, but I've been doing this now for
right.
I've raced at Boone since 2011, and I've skipped one year since then, and I've only made the big show twice, and that was even including my 4-cylinder year.
Just unlucky.
Yeah, just I never have luck over there. Never have. Fast. I've always had good speed, but just never.
When you were going through the checking process, did you hope one of the cars would?
Yeah, I was like,
have a
I was
problem?
like, in my back of my head, yeah, of course, but nobody ever. They never disqualify anybody out of that last chance deal. Very rarely, I should say anyway. So I knew like it was 1%, if that.
That's all right.
But it was cool. It was fun, and I didn't have to drive back over on Saturday. It took me 2 weeks to catch up on sleep, but
right. Well, they say you can't catch up on sleep.
I don't know if I'm still caught up then officially. I've been wanting to tell that story for a while. No, it was like, that's what I tell guys. It was the best week of Boone I've ever had and literally the worst week. I mean, motors, parts, that rocker arm stud that broke that caused the motor to blow up. I went and bought a 2-pack of rocker arm studs for $13. $13 part derailed my whole.
That's crazy to think of.
The worst part is, so that did happen one night up at Sioux City. I was leading the race and had another rocker arm stud break. And so we stole one off of the motor, the backup motor that we had, and we think we put a stock one back in. We didn't put a good hardened aftermarket racing piece. So it's one of those things it was just not thorough preparation on my part.